Okay, so if this is my camera bag, and I've been perfectly content with it, then why on earth do I have all of these? This is me flipping a coin in the Trevi fountain. You can see my strap, my sling bag. This is me in probably 2012-ish with my now wife. We had just started dating in this picture. Very cute. We look like children. But yeah, there's that sling bag strap. Here's me, probably around, I don't know, 2012, 2013, hanging off a cliff for some reason. And there's that bag. And then yeah, here's me in Paris, probably around the same time, and there it is. You can see it right there. Same bag.
So how do I keep getting suckered into buying camera bags? I actually kind of have a theory on that. And it probably has to do with really effective camera industry marketing. But, you know, I can blame marketing, but it's all on me, really. So, like, I think each of these camera bags kind of represents maybe a fantasy or a person that I would like to be. Like, this one is kind of like a version of Will that's, like, trendy and organized. Neither of which I am. But this helps me kind of imagine that maybe I could be that person. So I bought it. My rolling bag. My rolling bag I bought, well, kind of for practicality, but it makes me feel like a pro. It makes me feel like a professional. It makes me feel like I'm a successful freelance photographer. It isn't really a camera bag, but I make it one with one of these like insert things. But this also makes me feel cool and with the times in a way. Spontaneous, outdoorsy, brightly colored. It makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm part of the moment, I guess. But the fact is, the reason I mostly just carry around my good old trusty in-case sling bag from 10 years ago, and this is actually my second one. My first one eventually wore out, so I bought a second one. And I actually have an unused one waiting in the wings for when I wear this one out, because they're hard to come by, because I'm not going to mention any names, but a semi-famous photography influencer found out about these bags and then put out the bat signal and said, you can find them on eBay and Amazon. They're hard to find now. Go get them. There's still some ones out there. So I had to buy a spare to make sure that, you know, I could have my favorite camera bag. But this bag, the one that I use most of the time, I think it's neither trendy nor really organized. It's not really cool. It's not really loud. It doesn't look super professional, but it adequately reflects who I am. There's really nothing cool or now about this bag. It's all about utility and speed.
Quick draw.
I don't have to think. I don't have to put my bag down and fumble through my expensive equipment slowly and frustratingly. I can just flip it around the front of my body and just grab whatever I need to get. I've never really found a bag that works better than this one. And yet I keep buying camera bags for some reason. What is wrong with me? Why do I do this? Why am I buying accessories and cameras and lenses and bags that I don't really end up using in my main workflow? I've used the similar types of cameras for my whole career, and yet I'm still buying stuff. And the worst part about this YouTube channel, the worst part about this is that it justifies me purchasing those things, because I can always say to myself, well, I'll buy this, I can make a video about it. But I don't even have a gear channel. I'm not a gear-focused channel. I'm not making reviews for you here, largely. I'm just talking about concepts and photography, creativity, and ideas and stuff. I don't care about telling you if you should buy like the Sony ZV whatever. Sure, buy it. Don't if you don't want to. I don't care. I have no interest in whatever you buy. Do what you want. And yet, I keep buying camera bags. That's a sweet bag, though. I really like
Not
that
a sponsor.
bag.
Actually, it can't be because I don't remember what it's called.
Does it feel like real leather?
It is real leather.
Yeah, it's tough. I like it.
Strong, double stitch, zipping.
What can you fit in there? What's in there?
Right now, I've got...
Your 645?
No.
Oh, no, just like a ton of film.
It's got a few pockets. It's got the, I don't have any, but it's got the... What's that little Apple Puck thing that you...
Oh, the AirTag?
AirTag. It's got a little pocket for AirTags.
Oh, do you have one in there?
I don't.
Oh,
No.
well, then I'll steal it. Then I can steal it safely.
You can steal it safely.
Do you think that Evergreen bag you have would fit a Polaroid i2? I'm tempted to get one.
Is the i2 the same size as a normal 600 camera?
Yeah.
Let me check. It's snug. Flip the camera on its other side and it fit fine, but it's still a tight fit. This one step fits great.
Sick. It'll work then. Thanks for the in-depth assistance.
No problem. In-depth is my middle name.
I have needed something exactly between my sling bag and a fanny pack, which seems like a super first world problem.
Really? I need something between my trusty camera sling I've used for over a decade and a fanny pack? For what? What do I need that for? I read this back and I think, you're out of your mind. What are you doing? Just have too much free time on your hands, Will? Like, what's wrong with you? What? You don't need that. You don't need it. I don't need it. But now I have one. So I got to use it. I have it. I bought it. i2 fits in it, kind of. It's a little snug, but it fits. And I'm going to use it. Will I use it much after that? I guess we'll have to see. Who knows? I could be lucky. It could fit in my regular rotation. It might, but it probably won't. What's frustrating about this pile of bags next to me here is that this cost probably, I don't know, $120. $120. I could have used that for like a cool road trip or a cool photo series or something. I could have spent that money on actually taking photos with the type of bag I actually use. And yet instead I spent that money to sit here on my butt in my office to look at this on the floor. Now listen, following one's passion is great. I love photography. I'm very passionate about it. But there's a huge problem with following your passion, a huge risk. It makes you emotionally compromised, which makes you a mark. You become a mark for all the marketing geniuses that sell us things, a mark for everything new and shiny. And I am as guilty of this as anyone else. I look at these bags and I look at the types of photographers that at some point I wanted to be. And yet here I am, the same photographer I've basically been since 2010. We are convinced that something new and shiny will change who we are, that it will change what we create. But none of this stuff will make you a better photographer. It just won't. It just won't. I bought this bag, this model of bag years ago, and here I am still using it. I bought tons of cameras and gear and things over the years, and I end up just using the same types of stuff that I've always used. Sure, sometimes things need upgrading and you need to swap stuff out. You wear things out. Sure, great. But I look at the camera gear I have. I look at the cameras I use the most, and some of them I've had since the beginning of my photography career, and the other ones are just new versions of the old stuff I've always used. And then my office is covered with stuff that I don't use, that I purchased for some reason. Money that could have gone to making work. So I'm here to say, very simply, take my pile of basically useless camera bags, for example, because I'm going to pick the same one I always use. Buying new gear is holding you back. I'm going to zoom in for effect. Buying new gear is holding you back. Take it from me, right here, my pile. You don't need it. You're looking at that shiny piece of gear. I know, you're looking at it right now. You don't need it. Don't buy it. Buy a photo book. Get a ticket to the movies. Read a book. Go out and take photos. Do something that will actually enhance your creativity. So right now you're looking at that shiny leather camera pouch that you want to buy because you think, oh, I definitely need that. I've always needed that. You don't need it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. You have a bag. It works. Use that. You don't need it.